2019, the defending 7A state champions take on the Bentonville West Wolverines here at Bryant Stadium as we bring you this broad game courtesy of M&M Productions. We are about to go to the national anthem, so we'll take a quick break and come back with some analysis in just a moment.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, our commitment is and always will be to the community. Our loan officers are your supporters, your cheerleaders, your fans, your neighbors. And we're proud to cheer on our Bryant Hornets. For more information on Farmers Bank and Trust, stop by our conveniently located office or visit myfarmers.bank.
At Middleton, we're here to save you time, money, and yes, even energy. Get a free Nest thermostat or Nest Protect with any qualifying new system. Call today for a free estimate. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here. At Middleton, we're here to be the best for you. Servicing and replacing more air conditioners than anyone in Arkansas, and voted best of the best. Why? Best price, best service. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, our commitment is and always will be to the community. Our loan officers are your supporters, your cheerleaders, your fans, your neighbors. And we're proud to cheer on our Bryant Hornets. For more information on Farmers Bank and Trust, stop by our conveniently located office or visit myfarmers.bank.
And the Legacy of Bryant marching band playing from their new band shell in the southwest corner of Bryant Stadium, finishing up the national anthem before tonight's game. These two teams both made it into the Final Four of the Class 7A playoffs last year. North Little Rock knocked off Bentonville West and then lost to Bryant in the championship game. Bentonville West was the last team standing among the Western teams. So they are formidable, and they are coming off a big win over Fort Smith Southside last week, 37-13. And Bryant, of course, won the Salt Bowl, 42-14 over the Benton Panthers the week before that. Hornets coming off a bye last week, as Bentonville West now is 1-1. They lost their opener to Owasso, Oklahoma, a powerhouse in Oklahoma. Lost it 47-34, but Owasso turned around and beat Fayetteville, one of the favorites in the 7A this year, and that score was much more lopsided. So Bentonville West comes in with some couple of good performances. Now I want to turn to my sidekick here, starting his 15th year on the mic, as I'm starting my 30th. Aaron Shuttleworth, how's it going, Aaron?
I can't believe it's been 15 years up in the booth. I mean, it's just it's crazy. Yeah, I did 3 years on the field and then took a couple off and been in the booth for 15, and it's great. Good to be back up here. And
congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Aaron recently got married, a lovely lady.
Yeah.
And they both seem to be happy about it, so it's all good, man.
Oh, yeah.
Had a good time in Atlanta.
Yeah, went down there. It was a good time, and that's, it's nice to be back at football season, though. It doesn't seem like it's already been 9 months since we've been off. But,
yeah.
We finished off the year right last year, and let's do it again.
Well, it would be fun. Tell me what you expect in this ball game. What are your keys for tonight's ball game?
Keys for the night, and not just for tonight, but the first key is for all season. We're playing with a target on our back. Arguably, we weren't supposed to be in the state championship last year. Everybody thought it was going to run through North Little Rock, and we just shut everybody up and put that to rest. But we're going to have a target on our back, not only for tonight, but this whole season. But for tonight, team has to do their job. We lost some key players last year, so it's the next man up. But with this coaching staff and with this team, it's easily doable. Have a great staff, and expect to see some high-flying offense and defense on here tonight. And for the last one, it's Friday the 13th. Let's play scary, boys. It's going to be a good game.
Well, that's what we're expecting. These two teams are very good. The captains for tonight's ball game for Bentonville, it's Nolan Schmidt, one of their wide receivers, also plays in the secondary. Jonas Higson is a linebacker who also plays at running back. And their linemen, Ben Gann and A.J. Smith, a couple of returning starters on the offensive line. And the fact that they play some guys both ways is a key tonight because it's a warm night and that's really going to test their conditioning. Hornets, their captains tonight are Derek Rose, the corner, Jake Metters, the star wide receiver and backup quarterback, Kennedy Miller on the defensive line is back and doing well. Tanner Wilson, the only returning starter on the offensive line, is out there. And in the Salt Bowl, the question marks for this team, the offensive line and the defensive line, really came through and played well. Coach Buck James was saying how he was actually surprised at how well they played, so that's a good omen. Looks like Bentonville West has won the toss and will receive the opening kickoff, and we'll be getting the ball game away shortly. We want to thank Middleton Heat and Air and Farmers Bank and Trust, our sponsors for this ball game tonight. And those of you who enjoy the broadcast, if you'd like a DVD copy of today's game, go to mmproductions.net. Is it .net? Yes. And our thanks to our staff here, the guys that are bringing it to us. Dakota Baxter is our producer, and Michael Gober is our camera guys. First class all the way. So the Hornets about ready to take the field. They're coming from the northeast corner of the football field, and they'll be on defense. So I'll tell you what the starting lineup. Likely starters for Bryant, back at defensive end, Austin Bailey. And at the other side, Rodrigo Martin, who had a good game in the Salt Bowl. David Shifless inside, Kyle Green as well. And we'll see Kennedy Miller. Linebackers are good ones. Cameron Scarlett's in the middle. Dalen Land will work in there too. He was one of the leading tacklers last week. Tristan Sahika actually did lead the Hornets in tackles against Benton. And Quatrell Wallace, who's signed to or committed to play at the University of Arkansas next year. In the secondary, back are Tamarian Wilson at safety and Derek Rose at corner. And at the other corner, it'll be a rotation of guys, Caleb Knox and Jordan Hunter most likely, as the Hornets hit the field. And the safety is Austin Schroeder, who played very well last week. For Bentonville West on the offensive end, they have returning starters at wide receiver, Luke Miller, who will also play some running back and in the secondary. A.J. Moss is a junior. Nolan Schmidt, who was one of the captains, and Stephen Dyson, a returning starter at wide receiver. Also Brandon Humes, who's caught a few passes last week. Dalton McDonald is their quarterback. He's a junior. He was an emergency starter last year against Bryant when Bentonville West really tested the Hornets. Hornets won at 17-10, but McDonald as a sophomore played very well. He gave way to a senior who returned from injury later in the season and led them through their postseason in March. The running backs are a rotation of guys. As I mentioned, Jonas Higson is one, Nick Whitlatch, Luke Miller will run there sometime, and a young man named Carlos Hall who looked very good against Southside. Their offensive line has three returning starters. They are left guard H.J. Smith, right tackle Ben Gann, and their center Zach Trammell. Trenton Davis is at right guard, and Jaden Muskrat is at the left tackle. They're pretty good size. Muskrat's the largest at 6'4", 270. They go 270, 250, 240, 255, and 240 across that offensive line. So those are the starting lineups. The Hornets have the ball teed up, and we're about ready to go here at Bryant Stadium as we get the first home game underway. Glad to have you along. Rob Patrick and Aaron Shuttleworth with you, Mike's side. Hornets in all blue tonight, and they got their blue helmets and white trim. And Bentonville West all white with the gold and dark blue trim. And here's the kickoff. It comes down at about the 12-yard line, back across the 15, trying to cut across the field.
Oh, this block.
And he's unable to get back to the 15-yard line. I don't know why they had the return set up to the left, and they were determined to go that way, and it cost them yardage.
They had the blocking right over here on the right side, but then He ran 30 yards to gain 1.5.
That was Brandon Humes on the return there, and they're going to be at the 14-yard line to start this possession. And we're about ready to see this defense, Bryant, go into action here. McDonald is the quarterback. They line up in the they're in the spread. Hickson is the running back beside McDonald. Double wideouts to either side. Hornets going with 4 down linemen. And a man in motion is Miller. They'll give it up the middle. Hickson is going to be stopped before he gets to the line of scrimmage. Wrapping him up immediately. Looked like that was Rodrigo Martin making the initial tackle.
Yeah, stuffed right away by Martin.
Looks like he lost about a half a yard. We'll call it a full one, and it's 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line. Just underway here at Bryant Stadium, where 7A powers Bryant and Bentonville West.
Yeah, two teams that could possibly see each other again towards the end of the year in 10 weeks, 11 weeks or so.
No doubt about it. McDonald again in the shotgun with Hickson at his side. Trips to the left. Back to throw for the first time. Throwing the screen, and it is blown up as it was completed. And there's Cameron Scarlett was there. Tamarian Wilson was there. And the Hornet defense is fired up.
Yeah, Scarlett read that real well and stayed home and then saw that was a screen and just went in and blew the play up for another loss.
The reception made out there by Steven Dyson. It's a 3rd down now and 14 at the 10-yard line. Looks like they've got trips to the right. That's the wide side of the field for McDonald. Hornets shift as they go in. Humes goes in motion. They're going deep down the middle, and it is incomplete. Good.
Oh, they threw a flag on that.
There was contact all the way down the field. As that was.
There's a flag
Christian
down here too.
Kane was right with. I don't think it was even a catch of the ball, but he was keeping him from going full tilt.
So we do have 2. We have 1 downfield and 1 behind the line of scrimmage.
So this may just be negated. Offsetting penalties. See what we got. There was Christian Kane trying to stay with the receiver, Brandon Humes.
They moved the flag right to the line of scrimmage, so it might be a procedure penalty.
And we haven't gotten a signal yet, but we're looking for it here as they discuss the penalties. First, we have ineligible receiver downfield for Bentonville West. And pass interference against Bryant, so it'll be offsetting penalties, and we'll do 3rd and 14 all over again.
Yeah, let's do that all over again, boys.
Actually, I thought that was pretty good coverage for Christian Kane.
Yeah, they were hand fighting the whole way. I mean, it definitely would have been a ticky-tack call, on our side. But at the same time, if we were on offense, I would be like, hey, where's the flag? So either way, it was a good hand fighting the whole way, but let's do it again.
Interesting they went deep. 3rd and 14.
Yeah, especially this deep in the end zone, because if they don't convert this and they're punting halfway through the end zone.
Hornets showing blitz. Fake handoff, and McDonald pulls it and is going to run, and he's going to get a yard, maybe 2, before he's lassoed down by Tristan Sahika. And they're going to mark him at the 12-yard line, a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a punting opportunity for the Wolverines. Their first series loses yardage.
Good stifling defense right there by the Hornets. No matter where Jake Metters, even if he fair catches this ball, we're going to be right around midfield.
Trey Travis is their kicker. He's 3 feet into the end zone. Good snap, though, and he gets the kick away.
Good
Actually,
kick.
It wasn't Trey. Hits at the 49, goes out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. It was actually, the punter was actually Trenton Davis. And the Hornets will get it at the 50-yard line for their first possession of their first home game against the Bentonville West Wolverines. Rob Patrick and Aaron Shuttleworth with you here at Bryant Stadium. Our thanks once again to M&M Productions Incorporated, bringing us this ball game, bringing it to you live. Ahmad Adams, who ran for 3 touchdowns in the Salt Bowl, is in at running back, and Austin Ledbetter, who threw for 3. Here's Adams cutting up inside, a completion to him for 8 yards down to the 42-yard line.
And just Ahmad over there on the left side, just wide open, running parallel with the line of scrimmage, and Ledbetter just dumping it out there. Good 8-yard pickup, and Ahmad is a hard runner. He will not run around you. He's going to run through you.
2nd and 2. See if he gets a run here. Nope, Ledbetter to throw.
He's got it.
He releases it
Again,
out
wide
under pressure,
open.
and Adams has got room to run. He's got a first down and more, and it takes 3 or 4 of them to get him out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. 6'1", 235, committed to Arkansas State University. Ahmad Adams with 2 catches for good yardage here so far. Picked up 10 on that play. It looks like he's just a relief valve as they're covering. The secondary is working into a zone there that they're trying to cover up all the positions.
Yeah, they're covering everybody but him.
And now we have a flag in. Looked like Bentonville West was in for a blitz, and it looks like it's going to be a false start against the Hornets.
False start action right there. But Bentonville West has better get a body on Ahmad because leaving that much of a cushion.
He gets ahead of steam up. He's hard to bring down. So trips to the left. It's River Gregory out farthest, then Hayden Schrader, who is in the slot, and Jake Metters. And on the far side is Trayvon Herron, who caught over 112 yards of receptions last week in just the first half. Ledbetter again to throw. Got time. And his pass is just off the fingertips of Herron. And it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Yeah, Ledbetter just led him just a little bit too much, but he had good protection back there. Just at the very end, the pocket was collapsing. He just kind of overfed him just a little bit.
Herron was popped by Ariel Braddock, one of the linebackers for Bentonville West, after the miss. So 2nd and 15 for Bryant. It's been all passing so far. Ledbetter, one of the most accurate passers in the state. Rolls a little to the left, throws it into the seams. Got a man, it's Metters, and he's at the 25, just shy of a first down. They're going to mark him at the 26-yard line. He was hit hard after making the catch. Like Miller was there for the tackle.
Like 10-yard pickup.
Down to the 26, looks like 11 yards on that reception. So a 3rd down and a long 4 at the 26-yard line. Ledbetter to Adams up the middle, and this time Ahmad runs into a pile and is driven back after picking up a yard. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 3. So an early question for head coach Buck James.
I say, do you send Funk out there for, it would be about a 47?
Yeah. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah.
It's one thing they did against Pulaski Academy. They never punted.
We'll taste their own medicine.
There's the pass. It's complete to Schrader. He's got the first down inside the 20, lowered his shoulder, and drove through to the defender to get the extra yardage. His helmet comes off, and he'll have to come out as Curtis comes into the ball game. The ball is at the 18-yard line. But again, an accurate pass in a clutch situation.
Yeah, into double coverage, too.
Pickup of 7. It's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hand off to Adams with the right side. Breaks a tackle, but then is tripped up as he gets to the 16-yard line.
And had he not been tripped up right there close to the line, he would have hit that corner. And if he wouldn't have hit pay dirt, he would have got close.
2nd and 8 now. 7:15 left to play first quarter. Hornets and the Bentonville West Wolverines.
Got a pull in right there.
There's a throw inside. It's Schrader again down to the 5-yard line, and he's piled up and then spins down to the 3. They're going to mark him at the 4, it looks like. Big receiver, and of course he and Ledbetter have been together for a long time. There it is, laced it in there between some receivers. Now we're quickly going after it again. From the 5, or from the 6, Ledbetter throws it away as Metters is well covered. So it'll bring up a 3rd down, or check that. No, it'll be a 2nd down. 1st and goal at the 5, and then an incompletion. And that was wise of Austin to just throw that one away as Metters was well covered in the right flat. Ledbetter to Adams over the left side, and Ahmad
Got it.
almost got
they're
there.
gonna
They're
put
going to
it
say
Oh,
his knee was down
Yeah.
without the ball going into the end zone. So a 5-yard run makes it a 3rd and goal at the 1, just inside the 1. A great job on that left side of the offensive line.
Quick run.
And they get it in for the touchdown.
Yep.
Got Austin sneaking it in.
Yep, Austin took it in.
And the Hornets take the early lead with 6:32 left to play in the first quarter as they take advantage of some great field position after the short punt and the great defensive stand. And in comes Brock Funk to attempt the extra point. Now the hold of Metters.
High
Pick is
snap.
up and
Got it.
looks like he got it. So the Hornets leading it 7-0 as the Hornets draw first blood here in their first home game of the season. And the Hornets will be back on defense and try to continue to dominate this Bentonville West team. Impressed with the first drive?
Yeah, first drive is good. I mean, they did have it right at 50-yard line. Only had half a field to work with, but Ledbetter went 5 of 7, almost 50 yards, 46 yards in the air. Minimal run play. The biggest one was 3 yards from Ahmad, and then touchdown off a 1-yard run. But Ledbetter is looking good on his connections to both Jake Metters and to Schrader. So expect to see more of that tonight. Defense was stifling the first drive. Let's see what they do this time.
Funk will kick it off here for the Hornets, and it's a deep kick. Going back for it is Humes. He's going to miss it, and it goes into the end zone. They say it's a touchback. That was a very dangerous play there. If it had hit him and gone out of bounds, they would have had it at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, he was tiptoeing on the sideline, and he was hoping it would bounce out, but it just bounced right back into the end zone.
So an effective kick for young Brock Funk, who stepped in last year and made all his kicks in the playoffs and has increased his strength. Hornets on defense now as Bentonville West will start at their own 20-yard line. Looks like they've changed the running back. It may be Carlos Hall that's in there. Yes, Carlos Hall's the running back. McDonald, the quarterback. He'll give it to Hall around the left side, looking to get some outside. And Cameron Scarlett got a hold of him.
Yeah.
And with some help from Dalen Land, brought him down at the 19. So another lost yardage play for the Wolverines. It's 2nd and 11 at the 19. In their first drive, they had 2 lost yardage plays.
Yeah, they've only had 1 positive play so far in this game, and that was the last play of the last drive for only 2 yards.
Martin and Bailey on the same side now. Bailey's playing some defensive tackle. Here's a deep throw down the middle and incomplete. As Tamarian Wilson was playing the defender, and he was going to lower the boom on Miller.
It's probably a good thing that Miller did not catch that, because he would have been upended by T-Bird.
So 3rd and 11 at the 19. Coaches said that West likes to go deep, tries to spread the field, make you play the whole way. So now in an empty backfield is McDonald. Splits 3 to the left, then sends a man in motion. Now we have a flag come flying in, and a false start's going to be called. Steven Dyson was in motion. Not sure if it was that or a misplay or some kind of clinch on the offensive line. So again, back they go. It's 3rd and 16 at the 14.
Well, we just pulled a linebacker and sent in an extra secondary.
Yeah.
So they're expecting him to go deep on this one.
Austin Schrader is in there at wide receiver. At defensive back. Christian Kane's back in. Here's a throw in under pressure. McDonald gets away from it. Throws near side. Got a man. It's complete. Coming back for the ball.
It's going to be close.
Was Moss. And we'll see where they mark it. Looks like it's going to be short of a first down at about the 28-yard line, so they'll be punting. Good coverage in the secondary, good pressure by the defensive line, and just a desperation reception at the 28, so it'll be 4th and 2 for the Wolverines. at the 28-yard line.
And Austin Schrader able to keep him in front of him, bring him down just short of the first down, and another good punt.
A line drive punt, but it hits and
taking the bounce.
It's caught at the 28. This is Metters to the 30, gets a block, avoids the defensive man, and gets out of bounds at about the 37. So a good return for Austin. Actually, it's Jake Metters.
About 10 yards on the bounce. So nice little
Bryant will be back on offense with first and 10 at their own. Let's see where they're marking it. It's at the 38. I believe.
Official timeout. Somebody's hurt on
the sideline here.
Yeah, it's going to be on one of Bentonville's players. I can't see who it is. It's right on the 40.
Ball will be at the 28.
Looks like number 1.
Actually, the 38-yard line. That would be Luke Miller, who was a very key player for them.
Yep.
And they're going to help him off. You see where he got wrapped up in here. That was more to the sideline there. But he's helped off the field. Hopefully we'll see Miller back. He's a key player for them, both offensively and defensively, and obviously on special teams as they're helping him to the sideline.
And he's putting weight on both legs. It looks like he's definitely favoring
that right leg.
Yeah, favoring that right one.
So now Trayvon Herron's in the backfield for the Hornets as Austin Ledbetter brings it to the line of scrimmage, trips to the right, and it's Joseph Young that split out to the left, his first appearance in the game.
Bringing the blitz.
There's a pitch to Herron, showing his speed, breaks it outside, gets across the 40, and driven back as he gets across the 43. Trayvon with a little extra go juice. He's got some speed, was able to use it against Benton to get deep for 3 big catches. And they're going to mark him at the 44, so a pickup of 6 on his first carry of the ball game. And let's see, they keep Herron in or they bring Ahmad back. Looks like Ahmad's back in there, and Herron is split out wide to the right. Change of pace there. Metters is over on the right side as well. He's now in motion, joins River Gregory on the left side. Schrader's at a tight end. First receiver not open. Ledbetter goes to the side, finds his outlet man Schrader for a first down. They have a little
history,
chemistry.
Yeah,
those two have been playing together for a long time, and that's a first down for the Hornets. Pickup of about 9 yards on that play. First and 10. Actually, that's more like 11 yards from the 44 to the 45. There's a quick pitch to Adams. Got his head of steam going, and then is swarm tackled inside the 40 to the 38-yard line for Adams. He really actually picked up a lot of yardage just before he even ran into any defense.
Yeah, he had about 4 before he started juking and jiving, and then he picked up a 3 just running over people.
Second and 3 at the 38. Ledbetter to throw, looking deep down the right side.
Wide open.
As River Gregory for a touchdown.
Wow.
They lost him.
Nobody was around him.
38 yards for a TD, and the Hornets add to their lead. This is kind of what Bentonville West did to Southside last week. They scored early and often, and now the Hornets have a chance to go up 14-0 with 3:33 left to play in the first quarter. Funk is in to add the extra point on that legendary north end zone, and it is no good, off to the right. Looked like they hit it fat, and it'll be 13-0. So the Hornets 2 possessions and 2 touchdowns. They scored on the first 4 possessions against, maybe it was 5 against Benton. Hornets offense is really has an opportunity to be a juggernaut with Ledbetter so confident and so accurate at the quarterback spot.
Yeah, hitting on all strides so far this game. Actually so far this whole season, been hitting on all strides. But coming out tonight against arguably one of the best teams in the West, and putting up some numbers.
To order a DVD copy of today's game, go to mmproductions.net. Okay, I'll get it right. mmproductions.net. And we appreciate them bringing this to you on the live stream here. So Funk is ready to kick it off again. And it's a high end over end kick that's going to be fielded at the 10 by Moss. Back across the 20, 25, down the sideline and driven out of bounds. We'll see where they mark him here.
Right about
Good field position for West, their best of the game at the 38-yard line.
Best for the Wolverines tonight.
3:26 left to play in the first quarter. And Bryant up 13-0. Bentonville West with their best position so far of this ball game.
I also don't believe they've gotten a first down yet.
No, not many positive yards, actually.
No,
they may have a net of negative.
Yeah, they've only had 2 positive plays.
So it's Hall back in the backfield again with McDonald for the second series. The trips to the left. That's a wide side of the field for him. Handoff to Hall up the middle, and he is swarmed under as Kyle Green was on top of it, and underneath there was Hank Penfield in one of the linebackers. The Hornets are really linebacker rich this season. No gain on the play. It'll be a 2nd and 10 at the 38. Hornets have really swallowed up the run game so far. McDonald fakes the handoff, throws a quick pass over the middle, and it was a slant pass, and it was tipped and almost, well, it was out there for anybody, but nobody was around, and as Dyson reached high but couldn't bring it down.
Yeah, it looked like it came off of Tamarian's hand also, off his fingertip, right in the center.
3rd and 10. West looking for its first down of the ball game. Bryant trying to get the defense off the field and get more points from the offense. 3 down linemen. They go with 4 linebackers. Here's McDonald looking to throw under some pressure now. Steps up, throws it, and has got a man, but he can't hold on.
Yeah.
As a big hit by Dalen Land leaves him on the field.
Yeah, he got the wind knocked out of him right in the ribs.
He got drilled. Could not hang on to it.
He just took his helmet off. He was fully stretched out, and he just got that shoulder pad driven right into his midsection.
Trying to see who it was. Throws down the middle and a big hit there.
Is that Wilson?
Looks like it might have been
it was
Moss, A.J. Moss, who made the return on the kick. So we got a timeout here for a moment as they help him to his feet. And I think you're right. It was just a wind knocked out of it. But a big hit put on by Tamarian. It was Dalen Land, actually.
Yeah, Land.
That is some deep coverage for a linebacker there.
he was back in there.
A.J. Moss may have gotten his bell rung a little bit there. He's a little wobbly. So he comes off the field, and they bring the punter back on the field, Trenton Davis. And back deep once again for Bryant will be Jake Metters, backing up to about his 25, maybe the 20. Hornets have come close to blocking one of Davis's kicks.
Yeah.
They look like they're in full rush mode. Now they drop some guys back. And the snap is good. The kick is a good kick.
That's going all.
That Metters chases into inside the 5, picks it up at the 3. Takes it back to the 10 and brings it down about the 12, 13. Big punt.
That was a
boomer.
That was a 60-something yard punt. I mean, Metters was taking the gamble that was going to go back into the end zone for a touchback, but it just took that spin off to the left and stopped at the 3, and he had nothing to do but to pick it up.
Yeah, it was either pick it up or let the offense start at 3. As it was, he only got out to the 12, so the field position has changed with that kickoff return by A.J. Moss. And Bryant up 13-0 will start their offense at the 12-yard line. Once again, we'd like to thank Middleton Heat and Air and Farmers Bank and Trust for their sponsorship of our broadcast. And now we got a penalty on the play. A block in the back. Half the distance to the goal line.
3 yards on that.
So they got 3 yards out of that exchange.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 6. Running back is Heron. In motion is Miles Aldridge, and Ledbetter throwing out of his end zone, throws deep down the right sideline, and it's incomplete. As they're trying to get they were trying to get Heron out of the backfield on a wheel route, but he was well covered.
Yeah, there's a little miscommunication out there with number 3, and
so flag on the play.
yeah, Ledbetter did pick himself up off the ground, so they got to him.
Looks like they got the Hornets for holding.
And we've got Rod Martin, 53, just came off, it looks like. No, 55.
That's Tanner Wilson.
Yeah, he just came hobbling off. He's been looked at by the trainers.
I guess the question is Bentonville West going to take the play and leave it at the 6, or to half the distance to goal line to the 3? And it looks like they're going to take the play so that it's 2nd down and 10 at the 6-yard line. Heron remains the running back. Double wideouts. They've got a man on the wing now. And in motion is Heron. Empty backfield for Ledbetter, and now he's going to quarterback draw it.
Oh!
Breaks the tackle and gets out
man.
across the 10 to about the 13, maybe the 14-yard line. So a nice quarterback draw there to pick up some yardage.
Yeah, had that,
give them a chance on 3rd down.
Had that gap open up right on the right side, and they will pick up 8 yards, maybe 9.
3rd and 2 at the 14. Ledbetter has Heron in the backfield with him. Now he'll go with Adams as Heron comes out of the game. Schrader and Drake Finley are split out wide to the left. And it'll be Miles Aldridge and Joseph Young split to the right. Ledbetter in the shotgun. Hands to Adams. Ahmad pulls his way to a 1st down, or close to it. It'll depend on the mark. I think we may have a flag as the officials come together to talk about it. And he says it is illegal shift against the Hornets. So some laundry stymieing the Bryant offense here. It'll be 3rd and 7 now, back at the 9. They don't change personnel much. Schrader and Finley are split out wide to the left. It's Young and looks like Metters is back in there. Ledbetter to throw, gets it away to Schrader, and a key 1st down on a 3rd down conversion. Again, finding Schrader in the right, kind of over the middle, and they get the 1st down.
Big.
The 3rd down conversion rate's been pretty good.
Yeah, big pickup for the Hornets between Ledbetter and Schrader right there. Just what you need, especially after coming off a penalty that you just gave away 5 yards.
Bryant leading 13-0 with the football at their own 20-yard line now. Ledbetter with Adams alongside, double wide outs to either side. Now Metters in motion to make it 3 to the left of the Bryant quarterback. Initial pass
all
not
day
open,
long,
but he throws over the side as he moved away from the rush and threw wide of the intended receiver.
Yeah, he was looking for Heron. That was his check down, where he was looking towards Jake Metters first and went down.
Yeah, they had trips out here to the right, and then one go wide, one go over the middle, and one go deep. And he looked at the deep throw, and it was covered. So again, we got trips to the left, 2nd and 10. Adams the setback. Heron split out wide to the right. They'll pitch it to Adams. He turns it up and gets across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Actually, that's the 26-yard line, I'm sorry. 6 yards on the play, and it'll be a 3rd down and 4 for the Hornets. And we'll see if this 3rd down conversion rate continues to be a good one. Hornets leading at 13-0.
Yeah, they're sitting at one of 2 right now on 3rd down.
Trips to the right. Hand off to Adams, right side. Ahmad is hit and driven back, and he's going to be short of the 1st down as he was gang tackled at the 28-yard line. A pickup of just a couple of yards, and his helmet comes off. So someone else will be playing running back if the Hornets decide to go for it on 4th down and 2 at their own 28.
It looks like they are, but at the same time, Ledbetter is our punter.
And looks like the Hornets are going to call a timeout and talk about it. The clock stops at, well, it's the end of the quarter.
That's the quarter.
Well, we're at the end of the first quarter. Bryant is leading at 13-0. This is Bryant Hornets football.
At Middleton, we're here to save you time, money, and yes, even energy. Get a free Nest thermostat or Nest Protect with any qualifying new system. Call today for a free estimate. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here. At Middleton, we're here to be the best for you. Servicing and replacing more air conditioners than anyone in Arkansas, and voted best of the best. Why? Best price, best service. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here.
So a good first half for the Hornets as they take a 13-0 lead. Rob Patrick, Aaron Shuttleworth with you as we're joined by Dakota Baxter and our producer, and Michael Gober, our cameraman, from Bryant Stadium.
Yeah, 38 on the ground, 106 in the air, 8 of 12, 1 touchdown running, 1 touchdown passing, PAT 1 of 2 on the defense side. Mainly all tackles for loss, minus 2 plays.
They're bringing Austin Bailey and Cottrell Wallace into the backfield. They also have a fullback. And they're going to put Ahmad Adams at the Wildcat position. We have a man coming on late. Going to have trouble here. I got a late addition as they didn't line up. As Joseph Young came on and was moving at the snap. So now we'll definitely have a punt as they bring him out.
Had a little bit of a jumbo package out there, but
that'll be interesting to see how that works in the future.
They just didn't need 1 yard. They needed
a couple.
Multiple.
Yeah, but you can imagine Adams running behind Bailey and Cottrell Wallace. That would have been interesting. So in to punt the ball for the first time will be Austin Ledbetter from the 28. Big rush, but he gets it away. It's a short kick. And it hits and takes a Bryant bounce inside the 40-yard line to the 36-yard line.
That's how you flip a field on a high punt.
Yeah. Dyson came up to catch it, but it was too far away from it, so it's Bentonville West football at the 36-yard line. Started their last possession at the 38. We're still looking for their first down of the ball game.
You got to give that to the that line blocking too, because they held just enough to have Ledbetter get that off.
Very almost blocked. 36-yard kick, and the quarterback Dalton McDonald in the ball game. He's got Higson alongside again. Fakes the handoff, throws outside, and I don't know if the ball was dropped or if he caught it, but he sure got down as Dyson was their intended receiver.
They're counting that as a catch and another loss.
And they were really squaring off. If he'd have stayed up, he'd have been really poleaxed there. And I think that was T-Bird again.
Yeah, it was.
So they give him a completion for a yard, or actually no.
No, they
loss of 2.
Loss of 2, yeah. So that's 4 different Hornets right now being involved in a tackle for loss.
Here's a draw play to Higson, gets outside.
Oh, he lost the ball.
And a fumble on the play as they stripped him as he got to the line of scrimmage. Looked like maybe one of the.
There was either Scarlett that hit that free or
Nolan Schmidt fell on it, but the yardage they picked up on the play they lost on the fumble as it went backwards. It actually ends up being a 2-yard pickup for Higson.
Yeah, but that was either Scarlett. Yeah, Scarlett either knocked that out or Kyle Knox knocked that out. One of the two. They were both there. They're punching the ball out, but it was a bad handoff from the get-go.
McDonald back to throw. 3-man rush, sets up the screen. Higson is brought down immediately by Dalen Land. He had that sussed out. Little altercation there, the late block, but Higson was dropped for a 1-yard gain, actually right at the line of scrimmage as Dalen Land sniffed that out quick.
He just shot through and shucked his blocker and able to get that right away.
There were 3 blockers between him and the running back, and neither one of them saw him.
Yeah, he just darted right in there. So another good change of possession for the Hornets.
Davis to punt. Bryant with everybody up on the line of scrimmage.
Bringing
Good
everybody.
Snap. He gets it away
Ooh.
just barely over Austin Schroeder.
Man, he is.
Another great kick.
Oh, he touched
and
it.
at the 18 is Metters. Avoids one man with a nice move. Gets around to the corner and gets it up to about the 27, maybe the 28.
He is just kicking rockets as on the punts. They're like knuckleballs, but they're leaving his leg fast.
And powerfully. They're going to give him out to the 29, so an 11-yard return. Another good return by Jake Metters as he avoided the first tackler.
I think Metters can go ahead and back up about another 7 yards.
Looks like. Yeah. Offensive line for Bryant is led by senior transfer Devin Pitts and the guards Tanner Wilson and Todd Johnson. Looks like they've got sophomore Brooke Edmondson and is in there at one tackle. Here's Ledbetter rolling to his left, throws it, and it is caught in a crowd by
Triple
Schrader.
coverage. Wow.
Nice catch. Of course, Schrader with good size at 6'2", 195, and was able to haul that in. It was right at the marker. Looks like it's going to be a little short.
No, they're moving it.
Are they?
Yep.
Okay, 10-yard gain. So I was saying the offensive line includes two sophomores. Will Diggins is at left tackle, and at right tackle it's Brooks Edmondson right now.
And they still have Tanner Wilson is still out sitting on the training table.
There's a throw inside.
Oh, he's
Metters
gone.
got it.
He's gone.
Breaks the tackle.
He's gone.
And Jake Metters is going to go to the house. 62 yards. And the Hornets have bumped it up to 20 or 19 to nothing, pending the extra point here. And it looks like they may go for two.
Yeah, go for two, get the point back.
Tremendous throw and a great job of shedding the tackler and taking it into the end zone, and Funk is in to add the extra point. Hold that two until they need it. This time Brock drills it through with no problem. And with 9:11 left in the first half, it's Bryant 20 and Bentonville West nothing. Hornets looking great here against a very good Bentonville West team. Opening up at home. So just two huge plays. A pass over the middle to Schrader to get a first down, and then the big play to Metters. Two-play drive that covered 71 yards. And the Hornets are up 20 to nothing. They've scored on 3 of their 4 possessions. And Bentonville West still looking for their initial first down of the game.
Yeah, looking for that. They're looking for some positive yardage. Give you quick score updates on some games. Got Jonesboro at Conway. Conway 7, Jonesboro 0. Rogers playing Little Rock Central. It's 7-0 in the first. Springdale Harbor 7, Russellville 0. Greenwood 10, Fort Smith Southside 0.
So Funk has it set to kick off. High end over end kick coming into the corner. It is Humes at the 5, 10, and unable to get to the front to the 20-yard line. No, he almost lost his head, but he held on to the ball. We do have a flag in on the play.
It looked like it might be a horse collar.
Caleb Knox was there, as well as looked like Kobe Melton, 2 excellent special teams guys. And the ball is at the 16, so they say a hold against against the Wolverines. So they're going to be backed up. They were going to start this drive at their own 17, and now it's going to be further back.
Put about the 8.
I would imagine 8 or 9. Half the distance to goal line from the 17. They'll mark it off here.
Still got to get
from the 17, so it'll be, we'll call it the 9. It's halfway the distance. It'll be between the 8 and 9.
They're waiting on the sticks to move. Oh, they haven't moved the ball yet.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be at the 9-yard line. So we'll call it an 8-yard penalty, and at 8:59 left to play in the first half, and facing a 20-0 deficit. Bentonville West has the ball deep in their own end.
Ooh!
Handoff inside, and Higson was met No, it was not.
That was
Cottrell Wallace.
Wow.
Lowering the boom on, that was Nick Whitlatch in at running back, another one of their linebackers. And Cottrell Wallace said hello.
That was just a freight train moving through, hit him sideways, and just stopped.
2nd and 10 now. McDonald fakes the handoff under some pressure, throws it out to the right side, has a man, and it's incomplete.
So that should be some offensive pass interference there.
It's like Austin Schroeder had a beat on it, but Dyson was there as well. And we're going to see how they call it here.
Yeah, that better be offensive.
Pass interference against Bryant.
Oh, that's crap.
They were tangled up, and they usually give the offensive player. Here's the play on a replay, and you can see they were tangled up there at about the 35, and that could have gone either way.
Yeah, so their first down of the night comes off a penalty.
They're moved out to the 24-yard line, or should be. It's like the 23. So, a little breathing room for the Wolverines. Down 20-0 to the Hornets. Handoff right side, and he can't get to the line of scrimmage. They just cannot block the Hornets that time. It was Kennedy Miller made the stop in for a loss, as Whitlatch never quite got – he got the handoff, but never got farther than that. Ball's back at the 16-yard line, or checks that to 21, so a loss of 2 on the play. And it's 2nd and 12 as the Bryant defensive line just refuses to be blocked.
That is the 6th player with a tackle for loss tonight.
Jameel Harrison there on the defensive line now. Fakes the handoff. McDonald under pressure, gets the cast away, and
that was bang bang. Oh, that was bang bang.
Schrader hit the receiver, and they threw the flag. It looked like it was right there. Dyson was the intended receiver. McDonald just barely got that away before they lowered the boom on him, as the Hornets are definitely passing the licks.
They're laying the wood down, but just maybe a tinge early on that hit.
2nd first down.
Oh, that
there
replay! That's whew.
Bang bang. Sometimes you wonder if it's a mercy
yeah.
call. So they get a first down out of the interference penalty.
Well, at least the defense hasn't given up a first down on the ground. It's been off by penalties only. But
from the 36, a tight formation for Bentonville West. Fakes the handoff, and a blitz is on. McDonald breaks 1 tackle and 2, but then is ridden down by Rodrigo Martin and Kennedy Miller. And also in there was Dalen Land. He shed 1 tackle. It was nifty in doing that, but there was too much coming at him.
Yeah, that pocket just collapsed instantly. What is going on here?
Lost of 4. There's a trick play as they line up in a straight line. 2nd down and 14. There's a throw down the middle. It's complete to Dyson at the 50. Breaks the tackle to the 45 and into Bryant territory for the first time.
Yeah, that kind of had everybody confused on that one.
It was interesting.
Seeing this replay right here. Where did he break free? Yeah, he just came right off the tight end spot.
Yeah, they had him at tight end. A lot of times the tight end gets lost. From the 44, it's McDonald throwing deep. Intercepted at the 12-yard line. As had the deep coverage was by Derrick Rose, and he's got it at the 9. He just threw it up, and Hornets were deeper than the receiver.
Oh, there's a flag.
Rose intercepted it. Let's see where the flag is. It's a holding penalty, and it might have been post-possession here. We'll see. They're not moving the ball forward. So let's see what happens here. If it was post-possession, then Bryant will just be moved back inside the 5. But if it was pre-possession, then they'll take it back to the original line of scrimmage. Here it is.
Dead ball.
The Hornets offense is coming. It's unsportsmanlike conduct against Bryant. So they'll move it back. So apparently somebody was, cheap shotting?
Yeah, either that or just talking or.
Yeah, might have been celebrating a little too much. The ball is moved back inside the 5 to the 4. And with 6:42, the Hornets with a chance to add to their 20-0 lead, but long field to go. Ledbetter in the backfield, standing in the end zone. He's got Adams alongside him. Trips to the right side. Flips it to Adams around the right side. Breaks the tackle. Good. Out across the 5. At the 10.
There he
the
goes.
15.
There
How about
he
Adams
goes.
down the sideline? And out of bounds finally. They just could not trip him up as he kept those feet moving, and he's out across the 30 to about the 32-yard line.
And that was all set up by a seal block by Jake Metters over here on the right side to allow Adams just a little bit more room to get out there and run down the sideline. But without that block from Metters, he would have been caught up right around the 5.
28-yard run by Ahmad Adams. Now they bring Xavier Foote into the backfield, the sophomore running back, to give Ahmad a breather.
We got a Wolverine down.
Oh, they do in the secondary. Hornets offensive line, Brooks Edmondson still in there. And let's see, Ty Johnson, Will Diggins, Rice, and looks like they're working in Wilson's place. They've got Jason Shiflett, so they've got 3 sophomores on that offensive line.
And that line is doing just enough to get Ledbetter protection back there to read his routes, read his check downs, and also to get Ahmad Adams, like you see right there, some run room, but the main one was Jake Metters coming off the wide receiver line just to get that seal block to get him out there.
The injured player, by the way, was Maddox Thornton, the safety for the Wolverines, so they'll have somebody new back there.
Yeah, so look to see if we're going to take a shot downfield now.
Maybe trips to the left. Heron, the lone wide out to the right. Ledbetter back to throw. Blitz is on. Gets the pass away. It's Heron. 40, 35, 50.
Oh,
breaks the tackle. Cuts across the grain.
He's
30,
going.
25, 20. Trayvon Heron at the 1-yard line.
He ran out of gas, but he had them on a rope going the whole way.
Just a little 10-yard pass. This drag route over the middle, and Heron broke it big. And the Hornets have a 1st and goal. The Hornets go quickly. They're down at the 2. Foote is the setback alongside Ledbetter. Gets the handoff. There's a flag as Foote takes it into the end zone, but a flag comes in.
Illegal shift.
Some angry Hornet fans.
Angry press box.
Yeah, well, that's they count. We have a little thin wall here, and if you hear the guys, it's they're enthused. They have children on the team or in the school. A lot of them do. So.
How many yards was that pass?
Well, let's see. It went to the 2, so that's 48 and 18. That's 66 yards.
They're moving so quick, I can't even get the stuff
written
written
down. Back
down.
5. It's 1st and goal at the 7. They give it to Foote again. He's inside the 5, still fighting, and gets to the 4. Xavier Foote looking to get his first varsity touchdown of his career. He's got the ball down to the 4-yard line, so a 3-yard pickup for him. It was 2nd and goal there. It's Bryant trying to add to a 20-0 lead. They've been about as dominant in this game as when there's a snap, they weren't ready for it, and now this got to be a false start. But Devin Rice snapped the ball. Ledbetter wasn't ready for it. They're going to move him back. 5-yard penalty for a false start.
That's 23 yards on 5 penalties tonight. 2nd
and goal at the 9 now. Clock is at 5:42. Plenty of time here in the first half. Bryant leading at 20-0. And they looked dominant against the Panthers last week. They're looking just as dominant against the Wolverines. Ledbetter rolls left. Now he's going to run it, and he's hit and driven down short of the 10. So just actually end up losing a couple of yards on that play. Call it 3. I think that was a called run for Austin Ledbetter.
Well, he was looking back to his right too, and that pocket just collapsed, and then he just took off. So I don't know if that was a called draw play, but he was definitely looking to his right side towards Drake Finley over here.
Call it the 11. Foot alongside Ledbetter in the backfield, trips to the right. Blitz is coming. Ledbetter stands in, throws it into the end zone, and it's incomplete, but they call there's a flag coming in as Finley was open in the back of the end zone, and another flag. It's laundry night. No. Let's see what the official call is. Pass interference against Bentonville West as Finley was interfered with. So that'll be half the distance to the goal line. Should put it at about the 5.
Ball's going to be marked at the 5-yard line.
And it'll be a first and goal there.
Are they still saying first? It says third.
Well, third down and goal at the 5. No automatic first down on the pass interference. Ledbetter with Heron out to the left, trips to the right, foot alongside.
Here comes the blitz.
Rolls right, throws it into the end zone.
Got it.
Got a man. It's touchdown, Jake Metters. Had him moving it on a little flat out, and the Hornets score again. This time from 5 yards out with 4:39 left to play in this first half. And now Brock Funk will try to make it a 27-0 first half lead over Bentonville West. Matters to hold. And the kick is up and good. Hayden Schrader is the snapper, by the way, and Bryant has a 27-0 lead over the Bentonville West Wolverines, who came in off a big victory, a lopsided victory, even a lot more lopsided than the score was. They beat Southside 37-13 and actually led top team in Oklahoma, Owasso, going into the fourth quarter before losing that one in their opener on the same night that the Hornets were playing the Salt Bowl. I want to thank our sponsors, Middleton Heat and Air, Farmers Bank and Trust. And for a DVD copy of tonight's game, go to mmproductions.net. We thank them for putting this together for us so we could have the broadcasts on this year. Those guys coming through. And appreciation to Dakota Baxter and Michael Gober here tonight handling the technical stuff for us.
So last game, they were 12 of 27 in the air for 326 yards. Right now, they're 12 of 16 for 250.
Humes at the 2, 10, and he's brought down again before he could get to the 20-yard line. Coming up off of the bottom of the pile, that was Tristan Sahika. He was the player of the year for special teams as a junior last year. Still playing there. Pick up a 17-yard return, and Bentonville West offense comes onto the field, still looking for their first
earned first down.
Earned first down, yes. Yeah. Ball is at the 19.
I don't think they've gotten past the 30 by themselves yet.
McDonald in the backfield with Hall. Fakes the handoff, looks to throw, can't find an open receiver. Now he's going to roll out, try to throw it into the middle, and it is almost intercepted. As Tamari Wilson almost picked it off as he overthrew his intended receiver, who was pretty well covered. I think he was just trying to get rid of the ball.
Man, that's why you're on that side of the ball.
Wow.
That just bounced right off his helmet.
I think he was surprised to see it so close to him.
And I couldn't see because the line is down there, or the rest of the team, but somebody else almost picked that off too after it bounced off
the ricochet.
Yeah, off his chest or head.
2nd and 10. Bentonville West at the 19, trailing 27-0. Fakes the handoff, goes against the grain, gets Dyson, and Dyson unable to get past.
Great.
Dalen Land as a no gain on the play. Tremendous play by the linebacker Dalen Land, who was not faked out by Dyson's move. And it's a 3rd and 10 at the 19. They've got time to get the ball back and score again.
Yeah, this just defensive line and defensive backs and linebacker. The whole 11 players out there are doing everything that they need to be doing this game so far.
Zahika. We've got Connor Coleman in the line at linebacker now. Scarlett and Land. Man in motion. Now they return the motion, and they throw the screen pass to McDonald, and this one's out to Humes. He's got a first down and out across the 35 to the 40. That's the best play from scrimmage they've had.
Yep.
As the flow went to the left, and McDonald rolled back out to the right and found Humes with the screen pass.
Yeah, right after I sing the praises of the line and everything, they sold out and went for the quarterback, and he just dumped it right over that whole line and able to pick up big yardage in the first down of the night. And we have somebody coming off. We've got Austin Bailey coming off.
And Shiflett comes back for the Hornets as they're going with 3 down linemen. Got
Cottrell's coming in.
Cottrell Wallace coming in for Connor Coleman. 1st and 10 at the 41. 3:14 left to play first half.
They're changing the clock to
trying to get it right. 3:25 is where they're going to mark it. 1st and 10 for Bentonville West at the 41-yard line, trying to get something going here, trailing 27-0 in the final moments of the first half.
Well, we've already given up the first down. How about we just keep them on this side of the field? Don't get to halfway.
Dalton McDonald gives it to Carlos Hall, right side. And Cameron Scarlett spins down Hall. And a pickup of a yard or maybe 2 is all he got. Looked like he had some room to run, but Scarlett showed up and brought him down after a pickup of just 1 yard.
Held on, swung him around a couple times, just waiting for somebody else to go over there and finish up the job for him. But good job by Scarlett, just waiting for that help to arrive.
Full moon on Friday the 13th, and the Hornets are...
And it's an orange moon at that.
Yeah,
you know?
Playing it to the hilt, 27-0. Bentonville West trying to get across midfield for the first time.
What I say, one of my keys, got to play scary, and they are.
Hand off fake to Hall. McDonald can't find an open receiver, rolls out, throws again, and it is incomplete.
Good knock up by
Tamarian Wilson knocked Dyson, and he was unable to hang on. Got there just as he was catching the ball.
You see through the replay right there that the Hornets did not sell out on that pass. They were waiting for that screen to come back to stay at home. And when it finally let go, Wilson was there to pick up and break up the play.
3rd and 10 at the 42. The bells ring for the defense to make a stop. Dyson in motion to the right side. McDonald back to throw.
Going deep.
Time, throws deep, and it's over everybody as Tristan Sahika was staying right with Dyson, the wide receiver, as the linebacker, and it'll be a 4th down and 10.
And he had to pick himself up off the ground again, so we're getting to him. McDonald.
Just 1 sack tonight that I recall, but they are pressuring him on every play. And back into the ball game will be Trenton Davis, their punter. And Bryant will have just over 2 minutes left to try to add to their 27-0 lead.
Jake, why don't you go ahead and back up a couple yards, because you know it's gonna.
He's been knocking it back there deep.
He's been hitting a rocket every night, but
a little bit of a snap problem as Tamarian Wilson made a bid to block it, and the ball this time it's a shorter kick, but it takes a West roll inside the 15 and is going to be downed at the 12. So an effective kick once again for Davis, and Bryant with 2:09 left to play in the first half will have a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. 46 yards on that kick for Trenton Davis.
We have the chance of putting up some more points, and right when we come out into the 3rd quarter, already have the clock running for the game.
There's the old full moon. Thank you, Michael. And it is a spooky night so far for the Bentonville West Wolverines. So Hornets back on offense. Ahmad Adams beside Austin Ledbetter. Double wide out to either side. They're stacked. Ledbetter throws a swing pass to Adams. Breaks past one tackler, spins out of another, breaks another, and then is finally brought down with 4 Wolverines there to bring him down eventually out at the 25-yard line.
Just playing this soft zone that the Wolverines are doing, it leaves Ahmad Adams wide open right towards the line of scrimmage. But once he gets the ball, there's nobody around him for around 8 to 12 yards, so he's able to pick up everything.
That time he broke a couple of tackles. Ledbetter in an empty backfield now. He's got double wideouts to the left. That includes Adams. Trips to the right. Looking left side. Deep,
all day
then
long.
Throws down the middle, and it's incomplete. Good coverage that time as they tried to get it to, looks like it was River Gregory. A little drag route. A good coverage that time for Bentonville West. Stops the clock with 1:39 left to play in the first half. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line. Double wide out to either side once again. Adams in the backfield now. Metters in motion. Puts 3 on the right. Ledbetter back to throw. Good protection. Throws deep down the right side. Gregory behind him. And did he hang on? No.
Oh.
He got the ball, but then he was falling as he caught it, and when he hit the ground, it dribbled away. So almost a big play.
Yep.
That was about the 40-yard line.
Again, oh, we got a flag down here too. Personal foul, roughing the passer.
Well, one less incompletion as they roughed Ledbetter. They've had some trouble getting to him, and that time they got to him a little late.
Yeah, his protection has been good all night long.
15-yard penalty gives them a 1st and 10 at the 40. Clock at 1:32, so still plenty of time. Hornets have all 3 timeouts.
And we will be getting the ball back.
True. Ledbetter rolls, soft roll to the left, throws down the middle. It's Heron. He's got the ball, breaks a tackle, then is brought down. Actually hanging on to make the tackle was Ben Gray, the safety. And the ball is in Bentonville West territory at the 44. So that's a 16-yard pickup. And they're back at the line of scrimmage ready to go again. It's the clock at 1:17, counting. Ledbetter looks to the sideline for a play. He's got trips to the left. Low snap, gets the ball away, gets it to his Adams. Cuts around one defender and then gets across down inside the 40 to the 37-yard line.
Got timeout.
And the Hornets do take a timeout. The clock is stopped with 1:01 left to play in the first half. They'll come to the sideline.
7 yards.
Which we'll have some stats for you at halftime. Get a chance to, I'm hoping that the Legacy of Bryant has a halftime show and play us some music. Otherwise, we may just have to talk to Dakota here and see what he says. He's up for it.
The band has that fancy new band shell now that they have over there.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah, I turned the corner, where we park over here, and I turned the corner. I was like, whoa.
So my wife, for a couple of years when my daughter was in the Legacy of Bryant as a there's the band show right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were working hard to get that done back then, and that's been a few years ago. I think about 8.
Well, there's no band 26. In it, so they're going to be on the field.
Yeah, looks like they're ready to go. So we'll see the Legacy of Bryant's early season show. I know they're working on their competition show, which they'll get into a little later.
Probably amazing as always.
That's for sure. Hornets back on the field, trips to the right. Better. And we have a stoppage in play. Looks like the false start on the Hornets. Move it back 5 more. 1st and 15 at the 42.
It is the 6th penalty of the night for the Hornets.
And Coach Buck James is not going to be happy with that kind of stuff. Loves the position.
Mm-hmm.
Ledbetter again with trips to the right. Will roll that way. Throws down the middle, and it's just off the fingertips of Heron and then off the fingertips of Humes. And goes incomplete, and the clock stops with 53 seconds left to play. It'll be 2nd and 15 at the 42. They're saying 3rd down. Did I get something? Yeah, that's right. 2nd down. Yeah. It'll be 3rd down.
Yep.
penalty was on a second down play. So 3rd and 15 at the 42. Hornets with 53 seconds left to play in the first half, already leading 27-0. Ledbetter rolls right. He's got plenty of time. Throws it to the sideline.
Got him.
Schrader at the 20. And he's driven down inside the 20-yard line at the 18-yard line. Well, that looked almost too easy.
They just make that look so effortlessly. Just a little, toss and catch. Nothing big. Just, running the route just so lazily, and it comes right to him and picking up big yardage.
24 yards on that reception. Clock at 39 seconds left. There's a handoff to Adams.
Oh, good
Skirts
cut up.
around the right side, breaks the tackle to the 15, to the 10, and is driven out of bounds. Let's see if he made it. And now we have a flag coming in, another laundry list, as they got it to the 12. 6-yard gain for Ahmad.
It's got a
preliminary call is here.
Looks
about it.
Looks like they're pointing towards Wolverines, asking what coach wants to do.
There's the official play.
Dead ball.
Call. Personal foul. Face mask against the Wolverines indeed.
So there's a dead ball foul.
So if the personal foul makes it, that's going to make it half the distance to the goal line. Did you get a shot of that there? Looks like it's away from the play.
Yeah.
Should move it down to about the 6. Does. Half the distance. So with 31 seconds left, the Hornets are on the cusp of adding to their lead. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Ledbetter with Adams alongside. He'll roll left, throws it into the end zone, and it's incomplete. Nobody broke to that corner, and Austin threw it away. A lot of traffic in that side.
Yeah, they were zigging and zagging all the way through on that.
But it stops the clock with 26 seconds left to play in the first half. Bryant trying to add to a 27-0 lead.
Like we said before, coming out of the half, they'll be getting the ball back. So you want to take advantage of this score right here and then score again, see what happens. Oh,
There's a handoff to Adams.
Oh, he's got it.
And he is determined to run. Gets it in the end zone. Just kept scurrying past guys and got it into the end zone. 6-yard touchdown run. Some excellent blocking on the right side of that line. So the Hornets with 20 seconds left. Now, will they go for 2? If they do, they can make this a mercy rule game at the half.
Yeah,
who would have thought this against Bentonville West?
I can't believe that. And it looks like they are going to go for 2.
Yeah. They're going to run the old
swinging gate.
Swinging gate as Ledbetter is lined up at quarterback. Now they're going to take a timeout. Oh, no, Bentonville West takes the timeout.
Yeah, Bentonville took timeout.
As they weren't sure what they were going to do with that.
Whew.
Hornets leading it 33-0 and trying to make it 35. It was interesting. I ran into Mark Knowles, who's kind of the president of the Hornets Booster Club or Hornets Promotional Club before the game, and of course Mark won the award last week at the Salt Bowl, or the week before last at the Salt Bowl for his service to the team.
All right.
And he was saying Coach James seemed to be unusually nervous about this ball game, and I'm not sure why now. He certainly has been proven. He was worried for no reason.
Looks like they're putting the punt kick team out there.
No, that's Ledbetter's there.
Yep.
So they go again, line up in the swinging gate. This is a Kenny Horn specialty here. They're going to switch now and go back to a normal set. Rice is the center.
Yeah, you
Trips
figure
to the
Ahmad's
left.
going to get it.
Ledbetter to Adams. And
walks in.
Boy, he just let a shot out of a cannon, and it's 35-0 with 20 seconds left to play in this first half.
So unless Bentonville West gets any sort of points on the board in the next 20 seconds, we're going to have a short game.
I believe that's right. I believe it starts in I think it's the mercy rule at that time.
And any time in the second half, and you're coming into the second half with a 35-0 score. My soccer just came in. 35-0 score.
I'm glad it's soccer and not tennis. 0.
I'm a big soccer head.
I think you would be a better rugby head.
I still get asked to if I want to try out for the Little Rock Rugby Club, and I don't know. 35 now. I don't know if I
I know.
My joints are doing any well.
It's a tough battle. But you used to play, didn't you?
Yeah, did that. Played soccer, football. I'm a better broadcaster than I was a football player.
Funk's kickoff is a ground ball. And it's covered at the 31 by Nolan Schmidt. Clock is at 18 seconds. And the Bentonville West Wolverines have got to be stunned.
Yeah, just
taken to town here. Welcome to Bryant.
Welcome to.
Pretty good crowd from Bentonville West on the far side.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. That's a good
from that far away
3+ hour drive.
Yeah.
But
as we learned last year, it's very easy to get lost on the way to Bentonville West. There's a handoff to Higson up the middle. That's going to do it for the half as he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Cottrell and Bailey and Kennedy Miller were in on that tackle. The clock rolls down. Looks like that's going to be the end of our half. So, after one half of play, stunningly, the Bryant Hornets 35, the Bentonville West Wolverines nothing. This is Bryant Hornets football, brought to you by MM Productions.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, our commitment is and always will be to the community. Our loan officers are your supporters, your cheerleaders, your fans, your neighbors. And we're proud to cheer on our Bryant Hornets. For more information on Farmers Bank and Trust, stop by our conveniently located office or visit myfarmers.bank.
At Middleton, we're here to save you time, money, and yes, even energy. Get a free Nest thermostat or Nest Protect with any qualifying new system. Call today for a free estimate. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here. At Middleton, we're here to be the best for you. Servicing and replacing more air conditioners than anyone in Arkansas, and voted best of the best. Why? Best price, best service. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, our commitment is and always will be to the community. Our loan officers are your supporters, your cheerleaders, your fans, your neighbors. And we're proud to cheer on our Bryant Hornets. For more information on Farmers Bank and Trust, stop by our conveniently located office or visit myfarmers.bank.
We're at halftime with the Bryant Hornets leading the Bentonville West Wolverines 35-0. And it's time for the Legacy of Bryant band to play. And we'll give them a chance, give you a chance to hear them here at the first home ball game on a full moon night on Friday the 13th. And it's been here we go.
Tonight, the band brings you a glimpse of their production somewhere and the Backstreet Boys hit I Want It That Way. The band is led for the field by drum major Lucy Van George Gardner.
thing. It was just kind of a concern. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Sponsored by State Representative Andy Davis, R&R Auto, and Rick's Cat Outdoors. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the legacy of Bryant.
At Middleton, we're here to save you time, money, and yes, even energy. Get a free Nest thermostat or Nest Protect with any qualifying new system. Call today for a free estimate. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here. At Middleton, we're here to be the best for you. Servicing and replacing more air conditioners than anyone in Arkansas, and voted best of the best. Why? Best price, best service. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, our commitment is and always will be to the community. Our loan officers are your supporters, your cheerleaders, your fans, your neighbors. And we're proud to cheer on our Bryant Hornets. For more information on Farmers Bank and Trust, stop by our conveniently located office or visit myfarmers.bank.
At Middleton, we're here to save you time, money, and yes, even energy. Get a free Nest thermostat or Nest Protect with any qualifying new system. Call today for a free estimate. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here.
We're at halftime here at Bryant Stadium. The Bryant Hornets with a 35-0 thumping of the Bentonville West Wolverines in the first half. Hornets scored on their first possession of the ball game. Actually, no, they punted on the first possession of the ball game. I'm wrong. But the second time they got it, a 62-yard touchdown pass from Austin Ledbetter to Jake Metters. Got him on the board. I'm way off. Let's go back to the start of the game. How about that? I'm Rob Patrick, by the way, and I'm not embarrassed to say so.
So you're like on drive number 3.
I'm with Aaron Shuttleworth, and we've been bringing you the ball game tonight. Ledbetter scored on a 1-yard run to cap the first drive of the game. It was a 50-yard drive that's set up by a defense that made Bentonville West go backwards in the first drive. And after Ledbetter scored, they forced a punt, and Ledbetter threw for his first touchdown pass to River Gregory for 38 yards to make it 13-0 as Brock Funk mixed the extra point. A punt for Westside and a punt for Bryant, and another punt for Westside, and that set up a 62-yard touchdown pass, as I mentioned, from Ledbetter to Metters that made it 20-0. Hornets' next possession, they drove for another score, and Metters caught a 5-yard touchdown pass from Ledbetter to make it 27-0. Hornets got the ball back with 2:09 left in the half, drove for a touchdown, 88 yards for the score, and it was capped off by a 6-yard run by Ahmad Adams with 20 seconds left in the half. 2-point conversion run by Adams made it 35-0, and that's mercy rule territory.
Yes.
Here's the stats from my good friend Aaron Shuttleworth.
Picking back on the offense where he left off, Ledbetter 16 of 23, 309 in the air, 3 touchdowns. On the receiving side of those, Trayvon Heron, 2 receptions, 82 yards. Jake Metters, 2 receptions, 68 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hayden Schrader, 5 receptions, 73 yards. River Gregory, 1 reception, 38 yards and a touchdown. And Ahmad Adams, 4 receptions, 37 yards. Hayden Schrader does not have a touchdown yet, but his catches are causing touchdowns to happen. On the rushing side, Ledbetter, 3 rushes, 6 yards, 1 touchdown. Ahmad Adams, 9 carries, 63 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 2-point conversion to bring us to 35-0. And Trayvon Heron, 1 carry for 6 yards. On the stifling defensive side, it has been kind of, I don't have a lot of numbers because they've been having, they've been getting off the field very, very quickly. We've got Austin Bailey, 1 hurry up. Rodrigo Martin, 1 tackle for loss, half a sack. Cameron Scarlett, 1 solo, 2 tackles for loss. Dalen Land, 2 solo, 1 tackle for loss. Catrell Wallace, 1 assist, 1 tackle for loss. Land also had 1 pass breakup. Caleb Knox, 1 solo, the other part of the half sack. Derek Rose, 1 interception. Tamarian Wilson, 1 tackle for loss, 1 knockdown, 1 pass breakup. Austin Schrader, 1 solo. Tristan Sahika, 2 solo. Hart Penfield, 1 assist. And Kennedy Miller, 1 assist, 1 tackle for loss. So that is 6 different Hornets with a tackle for loss tonight.
And the Hornets have allowed just 3 Bentonville West first downs, 2 of those by penalty.
Yeah.
They have been dominant on defense and on offense tonight against a team that was in the Final Four last year and with a lot of guys back. But
Bentonville has not crossed the 50.
They have been stymied tonight. And the Hornets with a 35-0 lead going into the second half. We'll probably see some reserves here in the game, which was really not something I expected.
I didn't either. I definitely didn't expect the clock to be running coming right out of half, and we're getting the ball back.
Yeah.
Starting this half. So
we might run 1 series with the starters.
Yeah, I figure 1, 2 tops, but after that, we'll start seeing the reserves and everything. We already have one of our offensive linemen, Tanner Wilson. He played the first couple drives, and then he got rolled up on, and he hasn't been back out yet. We'll see if if he's still dressed out or in street clothes when he comes back out. But his reserve has been doing well. Ledbetter has only been hit twice, and one of them was a late hit that helped advance us further on down the field. Penalty-wise, we do have 6 penalties for 28 yards. So we do have that, something to just tighten up on a little bit.
The Hornets leading it 35-0 here at halftime. As the kickers have come out on the field and warming up for the second half. The band's down on the in front of the student section doing the trombone suicide, as they have traditionally started to do. Let's see if we can find some scores here for you. Here in this, there they are. That is so fun, and of course the students love it.
Mm-hmm. I remember when they started doing that like 8 years ago. I was like, oh my gosh, that is ridiculous.
I think my son-in-law was
involved. Your son-in-law was like the first year that I was involved. And
Joseph Myers was in on that, and a lot of fun. The Hornets return to the field in the north end zone as they warm up. And, of course, the fans getting into it there, right there in front of the student section, the Bryant Swarm, as they like to be called. It's high school football on a Friday night, even if it's Friday the 13th and the moon is full. So
I'm trying to pull up the other games.
I was looking for it.
All the bandwidth is being used up in the stadium right now.
Yeah, probably by us.
Yeah.
The Hornets warming up on the south in the north end zone as Bentonville West still hadn't come out of the locker room. They're in the old junior high locker room.
Touching on while we're trying to get these scores and everything, next couple weeks we're going to be on the road. So
they're long trips too.
Long trips, Fayetteville, followed by Fort Smith Northside. So you do expect to probably rest some of your starters if you have the chance to after the first couple drives, just because we know how big that Fayetteville game has become. It's become I don't want to call it a rivalry game, but it's become a game where
it's generally between two of the best teams in the state.
I mean, it's going to be.
They beat us here, and we beat them there, and then we beat them to go to the go in the playoffs.
And each
it's
time,
always close.
Oh yeah, I mean, each game has been won by 1 point, and in or overtime both times. So it's definitely a fighting. A big fighting game.
Yeah. Should be interesting. The Bulldogs with a new coach this year. Casey Dick, the former Razorback, is their head coach. Had some turnover. I know that one of their defensive coaches is coaching for Bentonville West, Coach Wheeler, this year. There's the score, 35-0 at halftime. Boy, if you'd have predicted this, I don't know. You really would have been clairvoyant. But Hornets have been impressive in this 35-0 lead as they rev up the YMCA in the stadium here tonight. So second half, we look for the Hornets starters to get a little time, and then if Bentonville West doesn't tighten it up at all, then we'll certainly see some reserves. And of course, a lot of youngsters on the team that have played for the Bryant JV team, which is undefeated so far. They really laid it to Little Rock Catholic last Monday night, and before that they beat Pine Bluff really badly. So it's a deep team, talented team, and Dakota's got it going here with the YMCA. Oh my! Bryant Stadium tonight, as we mentioned, next week the final non-conference game will be against the Fayetteville Bulldogs. There it is. He's on it. The Hornets beat the Fayetteville in the playoffs last year, 26-25. But in the regular season here, Fayetteville won 36-35. Of course, you go back 2 years ago, and the Hornets won up in Fayetteville the first time the two teams met. And then Fayetteville won actually Bryant beat them in the playoffs too. So Fayetteville, which has a great tradition and is considered a top 5 team in the state, which I thought Bentonville West was too, but it will be Tangle on their home field in Fayetteville. And then after that, we start conference play. And we go to Fort Smith Northside to play the team that the Hornets beat in the semifinals to get into the state championship game last year. And of course, Northside will have their fine quarterback back, and they will be loaded for bear, as they tend to be, as they're Grizzlies. And Bryant, maybe they can get some motivation out of the fact that the Grizzlies beat the Bryant basketball team in the state finals last year. And as they were walking through the hallways after the win, they were going 2-1-2, 2-1-2, making fun of Bryant's 2-1-2 talk, where they talk about the boiling point of water and how steam, 211 degrees is the boiling point of water, and 212 is that extra that makes it steam and drives the train. Hornets gathering around the special teams coaches as they get ready to receive this kickoff. They're leading it 35-0. Bentonville West still hadn't come onto the field at 2:37, and I imagine they're getting the walls may be peeling at this point. Here they come.
Yeah.
They may have to give them a few minutes to get loose.
And we say it every time. They put 15 minutes on the clock. They just need to put.
It's always 18.
Yeah, they just put it to that.
Put 3 more on. We'll see. There's a scoreboard. Let's see if I can call this up and we can get some scores for you. The Hornets in the conference tonight. Let's see. Pull that up here. We've got El Dorado playing at Cabot. Jonesboro's playing at Conway. Van Buren at Northside. Fort Smith Southside's at Greenwood. That's going to be a good game. Greenwood looks really good. Little Rock Catholic at Jacksonville. And Little Rock Central playing at Rogers. Central has thumped 2 opponents so far this season. They are looking to make revitalizing their program. And North Little Rock playing out of town once again this week, are playing against Baton Rouge Catholic, and they're meeting in Shreveport. So that's the schedule for the Central teams. In the West Conference, Fayetteville, let's see here, they have the weekend off, so they're going to be loaded for Hornets when they host the game next week, as they're getting 2 weeks to prepare. Bentonville, again strong this season, is playing Tulsa Booker T. Washington at home. Little Rock Central's at Rogers, as we mentioned. Springdale's playing at Alma. Russellville's at Harbor. And Van Buren is at Northside. So a couple of interesting games there, but looks like the West will have a good weekend. And again, I can't get the scoreboard to load.
Yeah, I can't either. I think everybody's trying to get on that site at the same time, and
I guess just find out what's going on. We're at halftime here. Rob Patrick and Aaron Shuttleworth with you. Our production team, Dakota Baxter and Michael Gober. We appreciate their efforts, and our thanks to our sponsors, Middleton Heat and Air and Farmers Bank and Trust. Once again, if you want a DVD copy of today's game or any of the games we broadcast, go to mmproductions.net. Looks like Bentonville West is ready to go here. We'll try to get some scores as this second half goes along, but we may have a running clock, and it may be a shorter second half as the Wolverines are set to kick it off. And back deep for Bryant should be Trayvon Heron. And let's see who else they put back to Joseph Young.
So this is going to be the first kickoff we've seen from them.
This is Trey Travis, who I thought did the punting in the Southside game, but he is back to kick it off, handles their placements. And we're about ready to start the second half with Bryant leading at 35-0 over Bentonville West. High end-over-end kick. It's going to go into the end zone for a touchback, so Bryant will have to start it at their own 20-yard line. Good kick by Travis.
Yeah,
and we are underway in the second half.
They have some good kickers on their team, punt and place.
And there's no small importance to special teams. And it looks like we're going to start with Jake Metters at quarterback instead of Ledbetter. He has Xavier Foote alongside him as we begin first down at the 20. Handoff to Foote, big hole up the middle, and he's going to get out across the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Number 21, Xavier Foote on the carry.
Good carry out there as he's tackled by the linebacker Braddock.
44, Bryant.
The Hornets going with some subs, and I'll have to check on the offensive line here to see if they've got some younger guys in there too. Some reserve receivers. There's Foote again. He is hit and smacked backwards. A big hit put on there by Higson, the linebacker, who's played quite a bit on offense as well. Short of a first down, they'll be at the 28-yard line, a 2-yard pickup, and it's 3rd and 2. And so far this half, it's been straight handoffs to Xavier Foote from quarterback Jake Metters, the backing up at Austin Ledbetter. Foote fakes the handoff, and a catch made by Curtis.
Very nice.
As Metters completes his first pass. Nice job catching the ball, Clay Curtis. Younger brother of Luke Curtis, who was a star for the Hornets in years past, who went to play at Arkansas Tech. 4-yard pickup and a new set of downs for the Hornet reserves.
Another former Wonder Boy.
Joseph Young is in at receiver. Curtis is in there. Drake Finley in motion is Miles Aldridge. Got good yardage down the sideline.
Nice.
He may go. 40, 35. Aldridge knocked out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Miles Aldridge on a shovel pass.
I couldn't tell if that was a pitch or
He shoveled it forward to Aldridge, so add that to the pass totals for Metters. It'll be 1st and 10. They're going to mark it at the 28-yard line.
First down for the Hornets at the 28-yard.
So a 40-yard pickup on that play. Metters with Foote alongside, hands it to him with the left side. Foote gets inside right to the 25. Looks like it's still the first team offensive line.
Yeah. I mean, they've already been siphoning in some secondary just with Tanner Wilson out. I can't tell where he is, if he's on the side or not.
Reese Wilson is in the ball game, or Reese Dawson at one of the tackles. It's like Ty Johnson on the right side. Derek Rice still the center. Here is Metters started to run with it and then handed it to
you take it
to Foote, and Foote picks up the yardage. I don't want it. You got it. They were right next to each other, so he just I think it was supposed to be a pitch play, but he handed it right to him.
I think Jake got most of those yards.
Down to the 21, so it's a 3rd down and 3 for Bryant, leading it 35-0. Knocking on the Hornet zone. Here's another pitch to Aldridge. Tries to get outside, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down for a loss. That time, a little hesitation there by Miles. And they drop him back at the 27-yard line, so a loss of 6. One of the rare loss yardage plays for Bryant in this game. It's 4th and 9 at the 28.
Only second 27. One of the night. Yardage loss tonight.
And they're saying it's a little out of Brock Funk's range, so they'll go for it here on 4th down and just under 10 yards. Metters scoops up a low snap under pressure. Will avoid one. They are blitzing against him. Now he's running around and gets a throw down the sideline, and it's dropped by Aldridge. He was well short of actually right about the line of scrimmage when he caught it, but Hornets will turn it over on downs.
Even though he didn't catch that ball, at least the fact that he hit it, because if he didn't touch that, it wouldn't hit the line of scrimmage, so it would have been a grounding penalty.
That's true.
So it's a good thing that he just got his hand on it.
He got it to a receiver.
So
Bentonville West with their first series of the second half. Bryant's defense looks like it's the number 1 defense in there.
They probably want to preserve this shutout.
Shiflett, Bailey, and Green on the defensive line. Dalton McDonald gives it on a handoff outside to That was number 5 there for Bentonville West, Stephen Dyson, and he is brought down by Land for a pickup of 3 yards.
Yeah. No, they gave him only 1 yard spot.
Give him 2.
Yeah, maybe 2.
The ball is at the 30, 2nd and 8. Dalton McDonald, the quarterback's gone all the way. And the clock is rolling.
Yeah, and half this quarter is almost over.
McDonald back to throw under some pressure, gets it away to the sideline, and it's caught for a first down as it was Dyson again. They got it to on that play. And a first down across the 35.
We've got a flag.
I
think it might be a
might be a face mask
or something, yeah.
To the 39.
It came from all the way from the back, Judge.
And they just showed me the face mask penalty, and it's going to be a 15-yarder. And West will have a 1st and 10 in Bryant territory at the 46. Clock down to 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. McDonald hands it off right side to Higson. Tries to leap a defender and right into the arms of
a couple flags
of
so you can't
Wilson.
So you can't hurdle in high school.
Contrell Wallace made the tackle after he leapt over a defender. Personal foul against the Higson for leaping over the defender. He lost a yard on the play.
It's an odd rule that they have in high school, but can't hurdle.
It's a safety situation, I think. Not a deep man in the secondary, but security, if you will. 15-yard mark off.
So they gave him from the spot. Yeah, which I guess was right at the
1st and 26 at the 38-yard line. Bryant leading at 35-0 early in the second half here. McDonald back to throw. Under some pressure, gets it away, and it is almost intercepted and then almost caught as, once again, Tamarian Wilson was on the coverage and cut in front of Dyson. Ball goes out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 26. Clock continues to roll, so we're in the mercy rule, even with the incompletion. And we should have a pretty quick second half here.
Yeah, they're taking a long time getting that play called in. They're down to 7 seconds on the play clock.
Man in motion is Dyson. They give it to him.
Reverse.
They reversed it back to Humes, trying to get outside, but the Hornets have it figured out.
Snuffed that out. Lost. Oh, he lost the ball too.
Austin Bailey made the tackle. I think the fumble came late. He was already down. Green was there. Austin Bailey was there.
Another tackle for loss. That's not 3rd and long. That is 3rd and long.
Lost 3 on that play. 3rd and 29 at the 35. Clock down to 5:13 left 3rd quarter. Bryant with a 35-0 lead at the half. And Bentonville West taking their time getting the play in.
So they're on the 35, and they have to get a first down at the other 35.
Empty backfield for McDonald, and now Bentonville West needs a timeout to clear the cobwebs, I guess. 4:55 left to play 3rd quarter. My wife was trying to send me pictures of the scoreboard, and they're starting to load. Let's see here. See if Thanks, Jan. Let's see if I can make this out.
Ooh, 40-0. Who's in it?
Come on, boys. Come on. We got Heritage playing Trinity Christian, winning 40-0. Well, that's the wrong classification there.
You want to know some 2A?
She's just trying to help.
Yeah.
You know. Let's see what we can find. Central beating Rogers 21-10. Conway and Jonesboro were tied 7-7. Harbor is up 21-0 on Russellville. Catholic looking for a win, 24-0 over Jacksonville. Cabot leading El Dorado 21-14 as Coach Reed playing against his old team. Here we go with 3rd and 29 for Bentonville West. Hornets come with a blitz, and they are going to sack
him.
He broke out of a tackle, but then the tackle finally made by Tristan Sahika. Wallace had him, but he slipped through the tackle, and Sahika gets the sack of McDonald, and it was
that was
impressive rush there.
Man,
back at the 28-yard line, so more backwards motion for the Wolverines as they face basically a 4th and 36. I've seen worse.
I remember the Salt Bowl a couple years ago. It was like 1st and 65 or something
like that. Yeah.
But you don't really see the down marker and the first down marker is so far apart.
The punt by Davis is back at his 15-yard line. Hornets. Looks like Derek Rose is back for the return.
Good kick.
Another good kick, and he catches it, fumbles it, picks it up, and tries to run with it. And he gets a couple of yards. A really good kick, as we mentioned, 41 yards. Rose gets 2 of it back, and with the clock at 3:48, they stop for the change. For the change of possessions. And the Hornets will have it starting at their own 32-yard line. See if I can find some other scores that Jan sent me.
Ball's going to be marked at the 32-yard line. First down for the Hornets.
Looks like that was the main bunch that I had. Here is Metters back to throw and throws it through the hands of Miles Aldridge. Miles, the junior, getting some playing time here. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 32. So Aaron, we miss you, buddy. He is sending me scores as well.
He almost broke free.
That was first time we've seen Taven Jones in the ball game. Good pickup for Taven. Let's see, about
6
to the
yards?
38. So, 6 yards and brings up a 3rd and 4 at the 38. Handoff again to Jones. Breaks a couple of tackles, but is only able to get back to the 40. Got a couple of yards out of it with just sheer effort, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 2.
It puts us over 100 on the ground tonight, right at 101. But in the air, we're sitting at 347. So.
Greenwood is clubbing outside, maybe a long year for the Mavericks, 37-0. We got Searcy over Batesville, 41-19. Yeah, and they go for it, and spinning.
Got it.
I don't know if looks like it. If they mark it where they're.
Yeah, they give him forward progress.
Maybe forward progress to the 43-yard line, 44-yard line, and Taven Jones showing some determined running.
Good hard charge and run. Got 3 yards out of that one. Only needed 2, but.
And the clock continues to roll down to 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
False start.
False start. We've got some of the reserves in on the offensive line. Let's see if we can identify some of these guys for you. Caleb Waddle.
You can always tell when your reserve line comes in because they don't wear gloves.
Is that it?
That's how I can always tell.
Huh. Also in the ball game for Bryant, we got Brandon Jones, one of the tackles. Metters to throw. Got his man. It's Curtis with a nice catch, and he's out to the 50-yard line. 2 catches for Clay Curtis. Looking good. Also in on the offensive line, Gage Alexander. They go quickly now. 2nd and 3 at the 50. Metters hands it off to Jones over the left side. He's close to a first down. Looks like he's going to be stopped just shy. Call it the 48.
A little 2-yard pickup on that one.
What I really need, I need to get these guys identified, but they're not giving me enough time. They're going no huddle and getting right up to the line of scrimmage.
Running so fast.
Jones again weaving his way through defenders, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see, 67 is in the game. That's Jack Powell.
We got 75. Got Parker Ellswick.
Yeah, I think we've named all those guys now. The offensive line. 4th and 1, and the Hornets will go for it from the 48 of Bentonville. Metters gives to Jones, and he gets.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
Close. It's going to be stopped. Yeah, I think they're going to get him. You know, look at these. Looks like Bentonville West has all their first-team guys in the ball game. They do get a stop here. It's just shy of the first down was Taven Jones. They're looking to maybe measure this.
I don't know. The far judge gave him a pretty bad spot. The closer one, it's a little closer. It's going to be probably, just about 6 inches short.
I think that's like they're going to measure it just for a good measure. 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Bryant leading at 35-0. Rob Patrick, Aaron Shuttleworth with you here as they bring the chains out. If you'd like a DVD copy of this game or any game this year on MM Productions, go to mmproductions.net. And thanks once again to our sponsors, Farmers Bank and Trust and Midland Heat and Air.
Oh, first down, Wolverines.
Yep, just shy. So with 14 seconds left, Bentonville West will have their offense back on the field with 4 at the 40. We'll call it the 47. And they're staying with their first team. They hope to get on the board. I'm getting texts with pictures on them. It's just as hard.
They're just on download.
My friends, my lover Jan, it's just as hard to load the pictures as it is to load the website.
Got 3 down linemen.
McDonald to Hall, breaks the tackle, gets into the secondary as the Hornets have brought in some reserves. Making the tackle there on that play for Bryant was Caleb Knox. That was about as good a run as Bentonville West has had tonight. 40.
I believe this is
going to be close to a first down as they get
at the end of the
9
third.
yards, and we'll go to the fourth quarter. Bryant leading at 35-0. That was the halftime score. We've been playing on the mercy rule so far. We go to the fourth quarter. You're watching the Bryant Hornets on the production of M&M Productions.
Middleton, we're here to be the best for you. Servicing and replacing more air conditioners than anyone in Arkansas, and voted best of the best. Why? Best price, best service. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here.
Whether you're a mother or whether you're a lover. Oh, we're back on? I was singing along with the song. Let Dakota dance, and I'm going to sing. But it's it's not karaoke night. It is a full moon, and we're all feeling a little strange.
So that was scary, though. I will say that.
35 Thank you very much. 35-0. Bryant's lead as we start the fourth quarter here. Once again, thanks to Dakota Baxter and Michael Gober for their help on bringing us this broadcast. It's a 2nd and 1 for Bentonville West, looking to get their own first points of the ball game.
So I think this is only the second drive. They've been past halfway.
Yep. Trips to the left. McDonald fakes the handoff. Now under some pressure, gets past Jameel Harris and gets the pass away. And this is Hall in the secondary, inside the 30, the 25.
It's coming back, though.
Down close to the 21-yard line, and a flag at the line of scrimmage.
It's blocking the back or holding. It was one of those two. So
we'll await the signal of the head linesman. The white hat, as we like to call him.
The zebra.
Next week, the Hornets will be in Fayetteville.
Yeah, they just started scrambling.
We broke down a little bit, and somebody tried to get downfield to block for McDonald.
Yeah, you can't blame the O-line on that one. They see their quarterback just scrambling. They got to get out there to protect them, and then he just dumps it off to somebody. But
move it back to the 49-yard line, so it's basically a 5-yard penalty. 2nd down and 6.
Takes up a big chunk of yardage that they got on that one.
Yep. They were down inside the 25.
Got another flag.
That was a man offsides. Bryant had a man lined up in the neutral zone. I think it might have been Jameel. The Hornets working in some reserves here.
Yeah.
Rodrigo Martin still in there. Looks like Jordan Hunter's out at one corner's position. McDonald back, throws a little
floater.
It's actually
nice.
a fade route, and it's caught by Humes, and the flag comes in late. Humes was being guarded by Christian Kane. He brought it down inside the 16-yard, or at the 16-yard line, and just leapt up. Kane did not look back to make a play on the ball.
Yeah. So
they'll decline the penalty of interference and have the 1st and 10 at the Bryant 16, their first foyer, whatever you call it, into the neutral zone.
Red zone.
Oh, yes. Red zone. McDonald to the sideline has a man. He's juggling it, and Humes cannot hang on as it falls incomplete at the boundary.
And the secondary front line or defensive line is getting back to the quarterback, though.
There's some guys there that have played quite a bit.
Yeah, I guess that was Tristan Sahika.
Jamil is in there. Kennedy Miller is in there. Rodrigo Martin. Linebackers are Sahika, Coleman. Here's a handoff to Hicks and breaks the tackle and is brought down after getting to the 10-yard line. So Melton in on that play as well. He's getting into some game play.
So we got
6-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 4 at the 10. Clock down to 10:16 left. It's Bentonville West trying to get on the board here.
Sent back one of the first-string starters back onto the line. Got David Shiflett back in there.
They hand it off on the jet sweep, and the Hornets string it out and bring him down. No gain. Jordan Hunter was coming up, and making the tackle that time was Hart Penfield in at linebacker.
Well, do you take a little bit of points? You go for 4th and 6, 4th and 5 at the at about the 12.
Where they're marking it? Yeah, they are. So we actually lost yardage on that play. 4th and 5, and Bryant's. Looks like Bentonville West, nothing to lose. They're going to go for it here.
Yeah.
Moss checks into the game at wideout. They'll have 3 receivers to the left, including Caden Morgan. McDonald fakes the handoff. Now he's under pressure. Gets away from the first man, but then he is dragged down. I think the ball is incomplete as he got it away, as Kennedy Miller was dragging him to the ground as he got the pass away. And Bryant will take over on downs. Looks like they're going to say the play was an incomplete pass. And Bryant takes over on downs with 9:10 left to play as the second defense steps up and keeps the shutout intact.
Yeah, good job by that Hornet defense. Had a mixture of first and second team in there, but able to. The Wolverines were knocking on the door, about to score, but
here's the score for you. Pulaski Robinson 66, Rogers 58.
Wow. So
120 points in that game.
So no defense.
Yeah. And the quarterback remains Jake Metters.
Watch
Under
out.
some pressure, gets the pass away. Nice
he brought
catch,
that down. And he's still
breaking
up.
a tackle. Up the right sideline. This is Gage Stark. A good catch by Gage. And he's out to the 38-yard line.
Wow,
Let's see that again.
He just snagged that out of the air. That
Gage
was
goes
great.
up, snags it, gets around one defender and another, and then takes off for all he can get. Caught from behind, but nice play by Gage Stark and a good pass from Metters, who was a quarterback in junior high, and actually his sophomore year here. Here's a handoff over the right side, and a pile moves as getting up off the bottom of the ground is Xavier Foote, who was brought down by Josh Beasley.
He was just waiting. He almost stopped, almost kind of like that Le'Veon Bell, just waiting for a hole to develop, and got 5 yards out of it.
2nd and 5 at the 43. Metters to throw once again to the sideline. Gets it complete. This time a catch made by, that was Gage Stark. Actually, the guy that caught the previous pass is Blake Everett. I apologize for giving Gage Stark Everett's glory there. Nice play by Everett. Ball is out to the 49, and that's a 1st and 10 Metters throws it outside, and it was incomplete. Some thought that it might have been a lateral, but they ruled it incomplete. And the clock is down to 7:20 left to play in this ball game. But Bryant led 35-0. We've been in the mercy rule since. 2nd and 10 at the 49.
Getting close to 400 yards in the air total.
There's a handoff to Foot around the right side. Can't find any blocking. Didn't develop for him there, and he takes a loss. As trying to get out there to help was Gage Alexander, but he got caught up in some of the traffic. Coming to the ball game now is Grayson Friel at right tackle. Lost a couple of yards. It's 3rd and 12 for Bryant. Metters to throw to the sideline, and a play is called dead before it gets underway. And a false start for Bryant. Clock stops at 6:42. As we were saying, we'll be in Fayetteville next weekend. And if it's like this in Fayetteville,
I'm going to be shocked.
We really got a juggernaut here.
Yeah. Go ahead and get that championship ready if it's like this in Fayetteville. I think you and I are both a little shocked.
We're a little stunned at this one. There's Metters, who avoids the blitz. Gets around the left side, looking to throw, and gets the ball away deep down the side, and it is intercepted by Humes.
I'm going to say it's coming back anyways because he was definitely past the line of scrimmage.
Well, they'll decline that penalty. Actually making the penalty, the interception was Dyson. But it's like a punt.
Yeah.
As that turns the field over, and West will have it at the 21-yard line. It looks like where they're going to have the football with 6:19 left. A chance to try to get on the scoreboard here as Bryant leads it 35-0, the same score that was at halftime. We're at Bryant Stadium, a full noon on a Friday the 13th in September. And Bryant, it's been impressive that first half. McDonald stays in the ball game. He's got double wideouts to either side. Higson is the running back. Back to throw, 3-man rush. Got all the time he needs. Deep down the middle, and it is intercepted, I believe.
And he's still up.
No,
they called him down?
It had to be down.
Oh,
he went to the ground to catch it, but it was intercepted there. That was Caleb Knox.
He was just
there. We go. Caleb steps in front of the receiver at the 41-yard line and returned one favor for another.
Yeah, he was tracking that ball the whole way, tracking the defender, and then just broke on the ball right at the second and snagged it in.
A couple of guys to watch: Caleb Knox and his twin brother Kyle, both in the secondary for the Hornets. And with 6:04 left to play.
So is that Caleb that got that one?
Caleb got that one. And it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Metters continues at quarterback, and he's going to throw again. Outside, he's got a man. It's Everett again.
Fell down.
50, 45, cuts back against the grain, and Everett with Blake Everett with another fine reception and run after the catch. Ball is at the 43-yard line, so that's a 16-yard completion, and it's 1st and 10 in West territory.
It's over 400 yards in the air tonight, total.
Metters again throws down the middle and almost intercepted by Higson as he was cut in front of Clay Curtis. And the clock continues to roll under 5:20 now left to play. 2nd and 10 at the 43. And I'm sure this second-team offense would love to get some points on the board.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Metters back to throw under some pressure from the linebacker blitz, and he gets it
got
away.
That in.
It's caught.
It's
and
still
down
in.
the right sideline as they went for the interception. That is Rylan Blevins. I think. No, that's Braden Godwin. Or what is it, 38 or 36?
36.
36, Rylan Blevins. A great moment for him, a senior.
Just tightrope on that sideline.
Ball is at the 20-yard line. Handoff over the right side and driven out of bounds at the 15 or close to it was
30. Yep.
Was Jones. Tremendous job there. 23 yards on that reception to the 20-yard line, and now Jones picks up 3 to the 12. Check that. It's at the 17.
3 yards.
So 2nd and 7 at the 17 for Bryant. Metters continues at quarterback with Jones alongside. Hands it to him around the right side. This time the blocking breaks down, but Jones is able to fall forward to, he may have gotten to the 16.
There's still plenty of time for the reserves to put some points on the board.
The big Grayson Friel in the ball game. They mark it at the 16, so give him 1 yard on that run. It's 3rd and 6. Clock's down to 3:35 left to play in the game. Bryant with a 35-0 lead they held at the half. Everett and Curtis and Aldridge split out to the left. That's the wide side of the field. Foot is the running back. Hand off to him, gets around the left side, picks up some good blocking from his wide receivers.
Oh, got a flag.
And in for the touchdown.
We do have a flag flowing in.
And we do have a flag at about the, 5 yards into the defense. And the Hornets are coming back.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold.
So with 3:09 left, they'll be pushed back.
You hate to see that.
Holding penalty from the 11. So you give Foot 5 yards to the 11, and then the holding penalty moves them back to the 21. It'll be 3rd down and about 11. Metters throws it outside, got a man wide open, and he drops it.
He was so open he dropped it.
Trying to get it back to Rylan Blevins, and he was so open that he was running before he caught it.
Had he have brought that in, there would have been 6 points on the board.
4th and 11 at the 21, clock down to 2:40 and counting.
They're sending
and
in
here comes
Funk.
the field goal attempt. So Brock Funk will have a chance to get his first field goal of the season. The junior place kicker, as Metters will hold it. It'll be a 38-yard attempt from the left. Well, it's right in the middle of the field. Pretty close. A little off to the left.
Good flag.
And a flag comes in, and somebody must have moved the ball, I bet you. Or they have an illegal substitution. As somebody comes off the field, maybe Bryant had too many guys on the field.
Yeah, he was.
Nope, they bring somebody else in. Let's see. What are they going to call here? What's that?
His pants were above his knee. So a uniform violation.
Uniform violation. Oh.
You don't see that often.
Sorry there. We don't want to embarrass anybody, but we're above his knee.
That's not modest.
Not enough. So that makes it a 43-yard field goal attempt.
Oh, got it.
And he got it. Brock Funk from 43 yards out, his first field goal of the season. And he showed he's got lots of leg. As the Hornets get the extra 3 to make it 38-0. Clock at 2:06 left to play in our ball game. Bryant leading at 38-0. And we got all sorts of hijinks here on the full moon night on Friday the 13th.
Say the second team didn't put points on the board, but they got down there
They kind of put points on the board
to get the field goal.
Got
out
them in
there.
position for it.
43-yarder, man.
And Brock, Brock is not a big guy.
No,
but they say he really worked in the weight room to get stronger. And I don't think last year at this time he would have kicked a 43-yard field goal. So credit that young man for a lot of hard work.
Yeah, I'm looking back through last year's games to see what his longest one was.
Well, he didn't really start kicking full time till playoffs, I don't think. There's a ground ball kick that's fielded at the 15 and fumbled. And they get it back. I guess they get a couple of yards out of that.
It's looking like 62 yards is his longest. I mean, 32.
I was going to say, whoa.
Sign him up.
So from the 16-yard line,
Yeah, 32 last year was the longest.
With 1:36 left, Bentonville West will come onto the field offensively, and it looks like it's still their first team group. There's Dalton McDonald, the quarterback, Carlos Hall, the running back.
Airs
It's
it
a
out.
throw deep down the right side, and it is almost caught. A tremendous effort to try to catch that ball and shaken up afterwards. That was Dyson. No, check that. It was Humes.
He laid out for it.
Yeah, he made a tremendous catch like that against Southside. Clock rolling with just about a minute left to play. 2nd and 10 at the 16. McDonald throws it outside, and the Hornets pursue well and keep him from getting out of bounds, and also keep him from picking up a first down. That was, I think that completion was to Moss. As Gavin Burton, a sophomore in the ball game, Eli Rickard helped make that tackle. Ball's at the 22. It'll be a 3rd and 4 for the Wolverines. 24 seconds left to play. McDonald hands it off to Hall, breaks a tackle, and then is blown up. A big hit applied by Knox, with Jameel Harris there as well.
That's game.
Big pop by Caleb Knox, and the Hornets will count it down as the Bryant Hornets throttle the Bentonville West Wolverines. The final score 38-0 after it was 35-0 at the half. We'll be back with the final stats in a moment. We'll take this time out and talk about that and next week's game. This is Bryant Hornets football on MM Productions.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, our commitment is and always will be to the community. Our loan officers are your supporters, your cheerleaders, your fans, your neighbors. And we're proud to cheer on our Bryant Hornets. For more information on Farmers Bank and Trust, stop by our conveniently located office or visit myfarmers.bank.
At Middleton, we're here to save you time, money, and yes, even energy. Get a free Nest thermostat or Nest Protect with any qualifying new system. Call today for a free estimate. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here. At Middleton, we're here to be the best for you. Servicing and replacing more air conditioners than anyone in Arkansas, and voted best of the best. Why? Best price, best service. Middleton Heat and Air. We're here.
Once again, the final score 38-0, Bryant over Bentonville West. Next week, the Bryant Hornets will travel to Fayetteville to take on the Purple Dogs, and we'll have that production for you here as well. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Middleton Heat and Air, Farmers Bank and Trust. And again, if you'd like a DVD of this game or any on the Hornet schedule that we bring to you, go to mmproductions.net. As Aaron works frantically to get the final statistics for you. The Hornets got 3 touchdown passes from from Austin Ledbetter in the first half, and a touchdown run by Ahmad Adams as they built that 35-0 lead. Bentonville West unable to get it in the end zone tonight as the Hornets win it 38-0. A capper to the scoring, a 43-yard field goal from Brock Funk. And where you at? Just about got it there, Aaron?
Yes, about.
Our thanks once again to our production team of Dakota Baxter, our producer, and Michael Gober, our cameraman tonight. Once again, to order DVD copies of tonight's game, a lot of highlights in it, go to mmproductions.net. I'm Rob Patrick. I'm with Aaron Shuttleworth here as the Hornets come out onto the field. As they gathered in front of the band for the alma mater.
So many people touched the ball. I gotta write down.
Well, let's hit the highlights here.
Let's see. Austin Ledbetter, 16 of 23, 309, 3 touchdowns. Did not see the second half, so that was all first half. Then you had Jake Metters come in afterwards, 7 of 13, 128 yards. Still threw some good air in the ball. Receiving those, he had Trayvon Heron, 2 receptions, 82 yards. Jake Metters, 2 receptions for 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hayden Schrader, 5 receptions, 73 yards. River Gregory, 1 reception, 38 yards, 1 touchdown. And Ahmad Adams, 4 receptions, 37 yards. That was all in the first half. Once Jake took over into the second, we had Clay Curtis, 2 receptions for 11 yards. Miles Aldridge, 2 receptions, 32 yards. Gage Stark, 1 reception, 6 yards. Blake Everett, 2 receptions, 54 yards. Big one down on the side. And then Ryan Blevins, 1 reception, 23 yards. On the ground, Austin Ledbetter, 3 carries, 6 yards, 1 touchdown. Ahmad Adams, 9 carries, 63 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 2-point PTA. Trayvon Heron, 1 carry, 6 yards. Xavier Foote, 6 carries, 22 yards. And then we had Trayvon Jones had 8 carries for, looks like 15 yards.
All right.
So, and then Funk with 43-yard field goal.
And the defense, too many guys played to really get into that.
Yeah, I mean the highlight of the defense, Dalen Lance had 3 solo tackle for loss. Interception-wise, Caleb Knox had an interception along with Derek Rose, but there was 8 different players with a tackle for loss tonight. So the defense just did, everything that they need to. 3 sacks, and then with 9 tackle for losses. So it's just a defense all the way around.
Dominating performance by the Bryant Hornets tonight. 38-0 is the final. Next week we'll come to you from Fayetteville as the Hornets take on the Bulldogs. We appreciate your time. Once again, for Dakota Baxter and Michael Gober, for Aaron Shuttleworth, I'm Rob Patrick. Thanks for your time this time. Till next time, so long. Thank you. Thank you, sir.